Hello, everybody. Welcome to my weird and wonderful world, and we are continuing with I call it an art tutorial, but it's more or less just kind of you watching me draw. I got nothing actually to teach except for you to kind of learn from my example, I guess. So, I will be giving some instructions eventually, but right now I'm kind of getting into the drawing. So what I'm going to be doing today, I just want to draw enough to kind of finish doing the rest of the pen work on Spider-Man himself. And then my next session after this, I'm going to show you how I'm going to quickly and very easily put a background on here. Okay, I want to show you a cheat basically, but it's not a cheat. It's more or less a technique. But yeah, I'm just going to get into this, and I'll try to keep talking as I go along. So yeah. So basically, I'm just kind of darkening up all and putting the pen work into there, and you'll see as I go along, it will start coming up. I'm doing this the slow way. I know there's people who have a faster way of doing it, but for me, this is kind of relaxing and calming effect, And especially if I start getting into the zone, and I can start filling out some details onto there. So this comes here. We're gonna go like that. Yeah, that's fine. Coming down to the. Doesn't matter if I double up a line a little bit or even thicken it out just here and there. And that's the thing, I'm winging it. I don't have I have a general idea of where everything is supposed to go, but I'm just kind of taking my time, getting into the process. Now, if I wanted to really take my time, I could pull out my little French curves, which I'll show you again. I have them right here, okay? Now, consider this a lesson, okay? Now, if I really wanted to, I can go and take my French curves, which is these things right here. Hopefully you can see that in the right way. So, if I can just go, and if I wanted to, I can look for the right part of the curve that will curve in the direction or the way that I want it to, and then use that, and then so all my curves can be straight. But I don't know, I don't find that as fun. And I have enough control. That I don't actually need those. There are certain projects where those will come right in handy, but not for this kind of project, and not maybe for the next project. Now, the next project I say, like especially for May, the one I'm going to start in May, that project is going to be a comic book based on all based around an album, like a cool, like preferably a concept album, so that you can keep the whole identity of it, within the confines of a comic book style. But I have two contenders, and I will do both of them. But I'm kind of torn between which one I really want to do first. I actually think that I may do Sparks first as a comic book propaganda, because I think that really, because it almost sounds like a concept album, but I don't know if it is, but it has a certain flow to it that will work very well as a Yeah, it will work very well as a comic book. So I might do that. Now, a few things about when I start doing that as a comic book in May. I'm not going to be dwelling too much on my. I'm going to really be doing like some quick and sloppy work. Yeah, I'm going to be like not sloppy as in like bad. I mean, kind of, but like just quick, kind of sketching. Like I'm not going to give it like I'm going to give it some love and attention, but I'm not going to be too scrutinizing with my line work. Like with this, yeah, I'm just kind of taking my time and making sure everything kind of goes where I want it to go. And yeah, so yeah, that's what I want to do. I'm my first album that I'm going to try to turn into a comic book, and some of you may already know if you look into my history of my videos, I have made another album into a comic book in a way. Well, at least a few pages of it. It was a big endeavor. I really should finish that one day. Maybe in the next several months I'll come back to that and I will finish it right with you guys here. And I'll explain more about that as I go along in the next few sessions of these segments for Moe'S tutorials, art tutorials, yeah. So, and I'm not worried so much about how thick I want each line. I kind of want each line to pop out in a way. I want to give it that comic book feel. So if I make a line here or there thicker, just know that there is a certain plan at play. Yeah. Because I kind of want it to be noticeable. No, I mean, not just for the camera. That's why all the lines are going to be thicker than I would kind of normally put it. But it's going to be a nice stylized picture. And the fact that I'm just doing it without using any type of ruler or I didn't measure anything out. I'm just kind of doing it on the fly. I find some of the proportions are off for me. I know a lot of people are going to still love it. I'm telling you right now that yes, for those who are aware of it, I am aware of it. Some proportions on this picture are not entirely proper. Okay, I kind of rushed it that first session and vowed after that, after I kind of was thinking my results here and looking how it was going out, yeah, I should have taken my time, not rush it too much. Although me using a pen right now on it, I'm kind of jumping the gun. But I am confident with my method that I can do that. I know what I'm doing. I have the whole picture in play. It's like, but I'm also kind of, picturing the background now. Do I want? I'm thinking I want to do this as a one point point of view perspective. I think that would be an easy way out. To keep it simple. Or I could show you a trick in using a cool 3-point perspective, and that will give us some dynamic range, and it'll make it look really cool, and I'll put them right into the scene once that's added to it. So yeah, there is going to be like building background of buildings, and it's going to be in like a good. At least three. I want a good, complicated 3-point perspective, and I'll show you how I'll do that. And one of these days, I don't want to really jump ahead too much there. So let's. You'll start seeing there once I start adding the color to it. Everything will start popping out, and then it'll start looking a whole lot more. Like it should be. And once I start putting also some of that that shadow work in there. I'm not doing that right yet. All I'm doing right now is just I want to get the contours of him, of Spider-Man, and the webbing. To have that all basically nailed down. Because I don't want to make any mistakes. I don't want to have to use some whiteout on it or anything, or cheat. There's ways of repairing your mistakes that when I do make a mistake, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. But right for now, we're just going to go, and I don't really care too much if I smudge the paper with my hand. That I sometimes with my artwork, I'll put my I put my DNA into it. I just yeah. So yeah, let's finish with that. Let's go here. I gotta keep an eye on the time because I'm not going any. I got just basically 30 more minutes I want to spend doing this. So hopefully I want to take my time, but I'm not gonna rush myself either. It'll take as long as it needs to take. If I don't finish all the pen work, at least you're going to be witnessing all that processing. Because yeah, I'm enjoying this right now. See, I can actually fix up some of the lines as I go along. If I don't like the way that pencil line went, I change it. Because right now, as you can see, as a guide, right, I have pencil lines going straight across this way, but they're all going to be curved as those have begun. You can see right here the transition of once I put the pen in, they get curved like the Spider-Man webbing should be. But for now, I just have the guidelines of a straight line where I will be curving from one to the other. The ones that go in this, the vertical ones. But these are I would say call these the horizontal, the webbing. So yeah, I'll be putting that all in there too. So let's fill out the chest with the webs. Now I'm just going to do this very carefully. For these lines, I want to make sure that they don't get. And now, to add effect, when it comes to the spider in the middle, I'm not going to just go straight over it. When I get to the line, I'm just going to want to stop right before it. Just give a hint that I'm getting it in there, and then on the other side. And yeah, so not actually contact that web to the to the spider. I want to leave just a little bit of space there between the webbing and the spider. Yeah, and a little bit there, a little bit there, and then going down this way. And I'm just looking at the screen here to see if you can see well enough. Yeah, you're seeing well enough. Oh, if you have a chance to put this up on like a smart TV and it's right big, even better. Then you should be able to really see the detail. Hopefully, that'd be a nice idea. Or if you have a pretty big monitor. And then another one there, and then another one like that, and then like that. There we go. Yeah, that's starting to look good now. That's starting to come along. Okay. I'm gonna add another one here like that, yeah. And then And see, now I'm starting to put the yeah, these are the, I want to consider those are horizontals. They're a little curved, you know, because our horizon is, you know, we don't live on a flat earth. We live on a, we live on a curve. So that's the curve, the horizontal curve of the earth. Just to add a little humor. And then I'm gonna, yeah, darken this up just here a little bit, sticking that line up like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed on, I'm actually liking a lot of aspects of this now as I go along. Is just certain proportions didn't look right, and it's only in the arms. Now when I really look at it, the proportion I don't like is in the arms. I find the forearms here just maybe a little bit too, just a slight smidge longer than the, these arms, yeah. But then again, you know, I'm looking at it, it doesn't really look all that bad. But yeah, I'm going to continue anyway because I think it's still looking awesome. And then I'm also thinking to myself, what am I going to do after I'm done with this picture? What am I going to do with it after I'm done with it, you know? What I like to do is sell it and invest that money of selling it into my channel. Like anything I do for like it as art or whatever, that if I can sell anything that I've done that features on my channel, then then it goes back into my channel. Yeah. So everything I make for, like, on my channel is for my channel, no matter what. So now, see this right here, I'm controlling the thickness of the line. I have and it doesn't matter if sometimes I'll slip a little bit and it'll go wider than I want it, but I don't care. I still think that still adds a lot of character to the picture. Because it doesn't need to be perfect. It just has to look the way you want it to look, you know. The method is not as important as the results. If you're going to get excellent results, so what if you do it this method or that method, you know? That's what I say. And I want to add this line here a little bit. And a little bit longer. And then, because I want to add that knee. That knee would be exposed coming this way, kind of. And then just a little bit of that bump here like that. But there is going to be a lot of kind of darker shades in there anyway, so. And that's all I want to add for that for now. I want to add that separation line. Have it go like that, yeah. Now, go back here for the heel. Finish the foot off here. Because I have my line where I can be on one side, but I don't cross the other side. I'm just thickening up the line so that it looks well. Alright. I just want to see how much of this I can get done within the next 25 minutes. Because, yeah. Yeah, okay. Every line that I fill in there, it just makes it, yeah. I'm liking how it's coming out. Yeah, okay. Now, yeah, some of these lines are a little bit thicker than I probably would have liked. I'm just going to put, sometimes I should be using a guideline like that, but I don't always, but I think I might do that for the rest of this. It just kind of draw a second line next to it, the thickness you want it to be, and then fill that in. Yeah, I guess. I think I'm trying to rush it because I'm well aware of how much time I have to play with, so just fill that line up. Yeah. And well, you can see me in there a little bit, eh? Because I'm into, yeah, if I'm not talking, yeah, that means I'm actually starting to get into it, and I'm the zone. And that's the thing about getting into the zone. But I'm always aware of the time because I still gotta work today. But right now I made the time to do this for you guys. It's the only time I can do it. It's actually, if you could see outside right now, it's storming. It is, yeah, it's snowing. Well, it's a storm, but it's snowing. It's nice thick flakes, and it looks beautiful. But I am going to be biking to work and back home from work in that tonight, and I'm kind of looking forward to it because I still got my rain / snow suit that I can wear, which I will be wearing, and so that will keep me dry and warm. Cause what I like is that it keeps my body heat, so it keeps it in easy enough. So when I'm biking to work, it just the way it warms me up is, yeah, it's nice. You know? Now I could go and take a marker and just like zoom, 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 and just get all those lines instantly, but I don't know. There's something tactile and almost a little primitive by me going through every little motion and making the line thick as I need it to be. So yeah, see now I pre-done the other line and then I just color in between. That's what I should be doing for all of this, and yeah, I probably will be a little bit more and more as I go along, but I'm almost done doing the form where I want it to be. So just a little bit more of the shadow lines, like like this one here, going like this. A little short one. Because see, here is all the way down longer. This one here is just a little short one. But it's hinted there. And then just a little bit of another one here that's hinted at. Webbing will be going over it, but I want this one to be hinted at. There's one here too. And then that one coming out here. This one going this way like that. Up like this, and then down. And this comes out like this. And so, yeah, kind of an odd angle to sit at, so Just kind of had to crack my neck there a little bit. Oh, all right. Let's get back into this. And then, yeah. So I was playing Propaganda, that awesome Sparks album, just before starting this, just to kind of get me in the mood for drawing and that. And it's like, yeah, I can totally see, like, I can picture the scenario in my head of what I would draw. Like, okay, it'll be good art, but it will be crude, okay? The animation will be crude, but it will still be perfect and fitting, and you'll see as when I do get to it. But I still kind of really do want to do that King Gizzard one. And again, there's not going to be a lot of too much in the detail. There will be details, but it's going to be, again, another very loose type of drawing where every page will be thought out, but it'll be kind of sketched roughly enough, but at the same time, yeah, I want to make sure I'm giving it. I have an approach. You're going to see as they go along, kind of like how I'm doing this, but a lot much of a faster process, because I don't want to. I want to do a good job, but I don't want to. I want to streamline the process so I'm not spending too much time on it, where I'm getting results a lot faster than And yeah, okay. And now all I got left to do is just to finish up the webbing. I kind of want to darken this line up a little bit more here. It's a little too thin, because that's his body contour that I want to get down thicker. Yeah. And just a little bit more here. Alright, okay, I'm satisfied with that now. Now I'm gonna work from left to right. We'll start down with the vertical lines and all his verticals. Yeah. See, I almost caught myself start to hum some things right now, and what I've been humming a lot are some of those songs from King Gizzard's Paper Mache Dream Balloon. Those are such catchy songs, and I hum any number of those songs all the time. Or sometimes not even from that album. I'm humming stuff from Flying Microtonal Banana or Polygon of Wonderland, or even Non-Gone Infinity. I'm just so obsessed with that with King Gizzard right now. I think they're such a fantastic band. Yeah, they're in my top 5 favorite band at the moment. Not that I can tell you offhand exactly which ones are like I can't give you my top 10 favorite bands right now, because they are kind of changing constantly, but there are things that are like they're going to always be in that top yeah. And I'm just kind of concentrating on this for a second, because these are tricky, but It's fun. You'll start seeing the magic. See the magic happening now. Can you see that? Let me get this a little closer now. How that's coming out. Yeah. All right. And then just kind of. Yeah, I can get, but it's good enough. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's not the point. And especially once I start adding the color to it, and I'm going to use pencil crayon. I'm going to 100% use pencil crayon to color it all in. Yeah, I just think it's necessary just to put all the pen in first before I even start any of that pencil crayon stuff. But yeah, but no, I'm also not going to put any color to it at all until even the buildings are set in. That for sure. That is a for sure. But I couldn't just put the buildings in, and I had to really kind of set Spider-Man in there. I just couldn't hold off on using the pen, because yeah, it's a little bit more risky, because you can really, when you're putting pen in, you can really screw something up if you're not careful. So that's why I get a little bit loose, but still trying to stay on target to what I'm trying to do. And filling in some of those little lines here and there. Don't want any little white bubbles in the dark of the lines. Kind of want to keep that black here and there. So every once in a while I'll go back and I'll do some touch-ups. So let's go here. So now, I still may go a little bit longer than I meant to go. If my roommate shows up, I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna just like panic or anything like the last time. I'm just gonna, when my roommate shows up, I'm gonna start casually just starting close up here. Sometimes he doesn't show up right away. Sometimes sometimes he takes a while before he shows up. And I want to make sure I'm getting the lines right. Okay, that should be close enough. No, nobody's gonna notice that. And you'll be surprised, okay? The mistakes that you know you've made, that you notice, right? But then you go and show other people, and they don't notice it. They think they think that's part of the picture. And it's like, if he's like, "Well, really? You don't notice that?" It's like, and they're like, "Not until you pointed it out, no." But even after I pointed it out, they say, "Well, I don't know. It doesn't look bad to me. It doesn't look like a mistake. It looks okay." And I'm like, "Okay. Well, as long as you like it, that's all. That's what's important." Some lines I don't want to really repeat. Not with the vertical ones. The vertical ones I kind of do want to keep it one straight line, and even the horizontal ones, like, if I can just keep it as one line. Sometimes I'll go double with certain parts, but just keep one line, and you want to make sure that each one connects right to the other one. That kind of sells the illusion. Don't get too cocky and try to rush through it. I want each one to have a character upon its, on its own. Each line is important, and yeah. and it really brings out the. Oh, I just realized I didn't finish with the foot there. So give me a few seconds here and finish. Let me finish that. Now, I see where the line is, but I'm adding my own, like an extra line or two. And I'm happy with it. Whatever. Again, sloppy, and I rushed a little bit through that because I feel time ticking away, and I should try to pick a day where you wait though. You wait in May. When May comes around, I will be able to dedicate much more time to being able to come here and draw for you. And I do want to do a whole lot more drawing. Oh, I do. So look forward to that. And so yeah, it's coming out nice. Just enough of a curve to notice it. Oh, that's a little sloppy. Oh. Very careful. Trying to fix my mistake without having to white it out. It'll be fine. Again, once I start coloring it, that will hide a lot of these errors. Because you'll see the webbing there, but it'll just be under the surface of the red. Because not going to lie, the angle that I'm sitting at, it's stretching out my back a little bit, and it's not too bad though. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just I can feel the tension there just a little bit. So, I'm trying to get a little comfortable. I might have to push the seat back a little bit, get a little bit lower here like this. Okay, that's a little bit better. And sorry. I just realized, I don't want to get in your way. So here, I'm gonna move this over a little bit like this. I apologize. Okay, where is that going to sit? And now, as long as you can see what I'm doing and I'm not getting in your way. No, I shouldn't be getting in your way here. Alright, sorry about that. If I was in your way a lot of that. I don't think I was most of that. I think it was just at the end there. So let's go. I'll do all the vertical lines first. Yeah. So when you're doing your Spider-Man like this is a little lesson. You want to do all your vertical lines first before doing your little curvy horizontal ones. That way there, because you're... Yeah. Oh, is that right? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put that right there so that can be like that. It's wonky. It's not correct exactly, but it's going to be correct enough that, like, again, unless I point it out, people are not going to notice these little stupid mistakes I'm making. But it is a tricky angle. Remember, I'm doing this from the top of my head. I'm not looking at anything while I draw this. All right. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna have to rethink how I want those webbing to go around there. Okay, no, I'm gonna finish off with the vertical webbing first, which includes this here. And I know I didn't finish the shoulder yet. I'm going to do that right now, actually. And again, I'm not putting the, I might not put the lines exactly where I put my pencil guide lines. I might be changing, I can change that as I go along, where I feel like it should be going. Okay, that is working for me. Yeah, okay. And that goes here, 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 and here, here. Yeah. Okay, alright. I'm happy with that. Now let's start with this line right here, come down. Sometimes I feel that the line's not really thick enough, so I kind of want to go over it one more time to make sure it's so just a little bit more thicker here and there. So. Remember, when a lot of time when you're drawing freehand like that, to make a curve going this way, it's a lot easier than trying to go in the back way like this, you know. So yeah, that's why you're seeing me turn it around sometimes, so I can get the curve to go the right way a little easier. Now I'm going to add a little bit more thickness around the head, because I'm realizing that's kind of not standing out as much as I want it to. You'll see how much that's going to change that just by thickening that line up a whole bunch around, going all the way around. Yeah. Even up here a little bit, thicken that up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then even this back here, I want to thicken that right up like that and have that curving like that. But keeping that thin here is fine, because that's part of his jawline. That's what I'm considering, so yeah. Now, no, take my knee down because I don't want to block that light. So just to let you know, within the next 10 minutes there, my roommate could be showing up. So just a warning. I do have a sign on my door, like like at the front of the apartment door. That's on. There's one on the knob that says "Do not disturb. I am busy." You know. And then I have another sign that like made with marker in the front saying "Filming in progress." That's stuck onto the front of the door, up a little bit higher towards where the right where the peephole is. But I told my roommate it's exempt to him. He's still allowed in. It's just to let my other neighbors know that I'm not I'm not available for I'm not available at the moment. So I'm just seeing certain things here and there that I can change and add and fix up. That's going to make it. Even this one, I want this to go up like this. Connect that even more. And yeah. So far my goal is getting done. And you'll see as summer comes along, you know, the days are going to get longer. We're going to have some daylight savings time there coming up this week. So that's gonna make the nights longer. So who knows how that's going to go along, but on those really bright days, yeah, that's when I want to do some drawing for you guys. But right now, I'm pretty satisfied with the way this is going. Yeah. And again, a tricky area, but it's working. Alright. Okay, almost done the shin. And then I finish up the arm. Then I finish up the arm, and then all that's left to do maybe is finish up the webbing here, and then we're done this section. And yeah, so so let me finish this up. Then I'm going to finish up the web, and then I'm going to erase off all the extra pencil lines that I don't want, and then yeah, we're going to probably call it quits for now, and then next time I'll probably come here and then put a little bit more detail to Spider-Man himself and start on the background. But yeah, right now we're going to just finish up the webbing here. And yeah, you'll see how that's all going to come together. So I figured I'd be able to finish this part of it. He's always been my favorite superhero ever since I was a little kid. Ever since they brought it out on syndication in the 70s. And I'm sure. I didn't even know he had color when I first started watching him. I'm sure I first seen Spider-Man on a black and white TV as a kid. So that is the landlord outside you just heard plowing the snow. We have at least they were calling for 25 to 30 centimeters of snow at least. And I will be biking to work in this later. Yeah. I was thinking about maybe asking, there is a possibility I could ask for a drive, but I don't know. I kind of up for the challenge of biking up there. I have the gear for it. I have all the the necessary coats and gloves and jackets and boots and everything. So I'm well protected. And yeah, see, I'm kind of almost ignoring the guidelines and doing my own webbing, adjusting as I go along, because these are the permanent marks. Because The other ones are just basically just a guideline of where I kind of need to, about where they go. And then I adjust as I go along. And almost done. Just a few more lines here. And tomorrow, okay, just to let you know here now, I am planning sometime in the afternoon. I am planning on doing a hot chicken episode. So I gotta remind myself when I get home from work tonight, after work, to take out the chicken so I can let it unthaw, so that it'll be ready to cook and everything. And if I can think of it, I'll try to get it marinated. So okay, now I'm going to finish up with the webbing here. And try to get it looking random enough, and sometimes that is a nice little feature that I have there. And yeah, you'll see once I start putting the I'll give you a close-up look at this after, a little bit of a closer up look, and you'll see kind of what I did there. Thanks to Todd McFarlane for being the inspiration for this type of webbing. Like, such genius. Spaghetti webbing. Why do you keep doing spaghetti webbing? Because it looks kick-ass and it's awesome. And that's how the webbing kind of should look. Because I love the design. And oh yeah. There's some kick-ass details that you're gonna notice after that I think are awesome. Okay. Now, yeah, that one, I'll put the other one behind that, and don't be afraid to go the tedious route. Sometimes, it's all worth the details. Yeah. So how's that looking? Oh, wait. I'll get closer. Okay. So far, so good. You see where I'm going with that? How clearly can you see that? So I'll be watching this video later, but yeah, because I want to make sure you can see the detail that I am putting onto there and it's just enough to I like it, yeah. Okay, let's finish that because there's still quite a bit of that to go. I should have added some of that, but no, those are fine here too. This is probably coming up a little bit closer to the camera, so that's why it's a little bit more beefier. And so this is a photo that Peter Parker took. Yeah. Yeah, I tell you that once everything else is drawn in and colored, and you'll see once everything is colored, then it's gonna all take shape and look really sharp. And don't be afraid to go a little random sometimes with your lines. That's what gives it the character. And I wouldn't want that coming down this way. So yeah, Todd McFarlane was the master at spaghetti webbing. I take so much I try to take so much inspiration from his cool method. Not easy, but it's so worth it when you get it right. And yeah, so I got 4:30, 4:39. I have to leave for work a little later tonight, so I need to leave at 6 o'clock to be there for 7 p.m. And right now it's 4:39, so around 5:15. That's when I slowly start getting ready for work. And I mean, my roommate, he gets off at 4:30. So like I say, he could be showing up through that door, walking through that door any moment now. Sometimes I want to get to these things a little earlier in the afternoon, but I got my little list of things that I do during the day that, you know, yeah, I get to it when I can, you know. I want to make sure, because I want to also make sure that that I'm in the right mood and be able to you know, to give you a proper performance, you know, that I'm going to be able to concentrate on what I'm doing and not be distracted by other things here and there. So, yeah. Sometimes it's also because I'm waiting for a message from either this or that, and yeah. But like I said, as summer goes along, though, I want to be doing. Yeah, the days will be getting longer, and those other like on the weekends, especially on the weekends. During the summer, when the days are much longer, you'll see I'll be making so much more art pieces and that for you guys. I want to step it up, and it's like, no, I couldn't be just doing these tutorials like once a month. No, I wanted to make sure I was doing it like at least once a week, just to let you see some cool artwork here and there. And yeah, when it comes to the end here, there's I like to have it just a little bit of a fray at the end. And so, yeah, okay. Alright, that's with the pens. Okay. Now, I'm going to take the eraser. And so we've been going now for an hour. This is an hour-long video. Longer than I was expecting. I was hoping for something good, because I knew I had time to do this for you. But I didn't know how long it was going to take me exactly to finish up all that pencil work, or the pens, I should say. Yeah, trying to erase everywhere. Even some of that smudging, you know. Now, shake that off. Try to get all that off as much as possible. Alright. Let's give it another go. Every little area I can see that has a pencil has to go. No pencil lines to be shown at all, anywhere. That should be good now. Oh. Alright. I can sort of see one here a little bit, but that's fine. That's gone now. That's gone now. There. So there. That's my Spider-Man for you. So I'm going to let you go now that this part here is done. Yeah. Huh. So give you a little closer up look at here if I can. Hopefully that detail will kind of come up. So next time I'm going to put more detail to it, but you see how the webbing all kind of, you can pause it to take a closer look at any time, but you see how all the details kind of fit together there in that special way. And like I say, once I start putting the color to it, but that's not for a bit. I'm going to be drawing. I'm going to be doing the background next. I'm going to be showing you how that is going to go in there. So okay, I'm going to let you go. So as always, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, night, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.